Hey there, it's October 1st, and you know it, it's time for the market stats. The question we're going to answer today is how did Citrus County, Florida fare over the month of September 2023? And I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this topic. I just want to give you a real quick rundown on our numbers. Our inventories continue to trend up. We are at 951 active homes for sale. So if you're looking to move to the beautiful nature coast of Florida, there are some options out there for you. Our days on market are slightly down from the previous month, and that's largely due to we did have an uptick in buying activity the last couple of weeks. So one of the things I looked at was what are individual inventory levels in some of our highest demand communities. I was curious to see what that looked like. I'm going to share that with you in just a moment. And then also what influencers were there as far as market changes that may or may not have driven purchases on some of these homes. So before I get into those finer details, I'm Ruth Squires with RES Luxury Group of eXp Realty, and we bring you white glove service and red carpet treatment because your satisfaction is always our guarantee. So if you're looking for optimal real estate services, then our team is ready to serve you. Just give us a call. So getting a little deeper into the numbers, what we're looking at right now is we're averaging about 55 days on the market for our pending and sold inventory, and 70 to 80 days on the market for our active homes. So I think that's pretty similar to what I told you last month as far as time on market. Again, we did have a downtick in days on market last month due to a slight uptick or surge in buying activity, which was refreshing because the market's been pretty slow as of late. Yes, there are still some homes that come on the market and sell very quickly. We had one in Sugar Mill Woods that sold within just a couple of days of listing, and one in Meadowcrest that sold very quickly. But those are the exception to the norm. The norm is the homes are sitting a little bit longer on the market, and as inventory continues to increase, that's only going to create more and more pressure on the homes that are sitting on the market. So one of the tools, of course, is making a price improvement. It's a discussion that I often have with sellers that I'm working with. Is it the appropriate move to make? There's a lot of different factors to look at when you're thinking about a price improvement. One of them being, is it going to open you up to a broader buyer pool that would increase your chances of the sale? And then the other one is, will it create more activity and more excitement around your property? So those two things are really important when it comes to price improvements. I did look to see if in the last couple of weeks price improvements seemed to be a driver of the homes that did sell with that surge of buying activity. And what I found is in the month of September, we were about 50% of the sold homes had a price improvement, and 50% had listed and stayed at the same price. So of 483 pending homes, 222 homes had price decrease or price change. When I looked at the last 2 months, it was actually, or the last 2 weeks of the month, it was actually a little bit less than that. It was less than the 50%. So I don't see a direct correlation to be spoken of between price improvements, as I call them, price changes, and the actual sale of the home. There are so many factors that go into the successful sale of the home. It's something that I'm constantly evaluating and watching and researching. So you do want to stay on top of that, because as the tide changes, the elements that are present change as well. So it's something that we want to be mindful of. As far as inventory levels in the communities, again, this is something that helps you in your individual subdivision that you live in to understand if you're selling your house, how long will it take to sell. So Pine Ridge, we have about 2.5 months of inventory in the community currently. And then Black Diamond, one of our premier golfing communities, we have 1.7 months of inventory. Terra Vista is leading the pack with 4.8 months of inventory. Terra Vista tends to have a pretty good uptick When the market is increasing, inventory levels are increasing, Terra Vista tends to be on the high side historically. And some of that I think is because of all of the building activity that the developer's doing in the community. There's a lot of competition in Terra Vista between developer homes being built and sold and the resale homes. So that's always a dynamic we have to deal with when we're selling in Terra Vista. Citrus Hills is 1.7 months, so same as Black Diamond. And if you're curious about what your inventory is, if you live outside of those communities, please just give us a call. We'd be happy to go over those numbers with you. I do think it's important to understand as you progress through a potential sale of your home, what the competition is out there that you're dealing with. So that's it for the market stats for September 2023. I hope you are having a wonderful start to the fall season and enjoy the cooler weather, and just let us know if there's anything at all we can do for you. I'm Ruth Squires with eXp Realty and RES Luxury Group. You can reach us at 352-794-1426. Talk to you soon.